Hi. So I built a tiny house and kind of proud of it, so I wanted to show it off. Um, and yeah, I'm not really a strong narrator, so I'm just going to talk a little bit as the video goes about some of the design decisions. I was going for a particular look. You can see the that it's painted instead of just wood. I went with LP Smart Side. Because it's lightweight and it was easy to work with and came pre-primed. Real happy with it. Here I paused just for a minute to show where the utility connections are. There's electricity and water. I wanted to put them underneath. A lot of people put them on the side, but I think that's a bad idea. So I put them right underneath, and it works for me. Don't really feel like getting into an explanation of why. I think that's a better idea, but it is. Let's see the back. You can see there's a tiny window in the loft. There's you can see the exhaust for the bathroom vent. You can see the leaves to the magnolia tree. You can see a little bit of red paint under the eaves. This is what I consider the front of the house. I wish that I could have gotten a better shot of it straight on, but unfortunately the neighbor's yard is right there and they have all these bushes right on that side of, and so if I walk over into their yard I can't get a clear shot of it, so this I have to do. You can see there's a little bump out over the tongue of the trailer. I'm happy with it. It gives a little bit of extra space. Got a red door. One window's not as doesn't go as low as the other ones because there's supposed to be a table on the inside. On the outside, I was always thinking that maybe I'd put a bench if I had a porch, or I would put a flower box there. But for right now, it's just nothing. Yeah, so here it is, two lofts, lots of hardwood trim on the inside. Okay, so here's the bench that I built. Actually, it's two benches, and yeah, well, the video shows what it is. You take one out, and you can put them both together, and it makes another sleeping area if you want that. You can have it's the size of a cot mattress. You can also see there's cork floors. Pretty happy with those. They went together nice and they look good, and it makes the place feel a little bit classier than the other alternatives that I looked at. Yeah, so the bench, a window, a light. That's the parlor, by the way. I call that area the parlor. That's where you sit and talk. Cherry trim around a lot of the, or around most of the windows and doors and the floor and all the places that people put trim. Not where the what you call it, the picture rail is maple because I wanted it to be a slightly different color. All right, here's another little video I edited in of me taking the ladder down from the kitchen loft and climbing up it and looking quite clumsy and undignified as I do it. But no apologies. It's a nice ladder. It works well. I'm happy with it. It's just I should have gotten someone thinner to make the video for me to climb up the ladder. All right, here is the inside of the kitchen loft. That's what you call it. There's not a whole lot up here. I didn't plan on building in storage or anything. I always assumed that someone who lived up there, who slept up there would, keep a couple nice crates with, folded clothes in it, or a little dresser, or whatever they want it to do. It's that's a decorating decision. That wasn't really my concern in the design phase. Yeah, so what else? Here's the kitchen. I didn't do a lot of built-ins. I don't like built-ins. I like houses that are flexible. That seems more appropriate for design decisions, because when people have houses, they want to decorate it themselves. They want to make it their own. They want to move things around. If you have built-ins, you're kind of stuck with. It's a lot harder to overcome the decisions that you've made. If you want to move things around. If I built firm shelves in there, then if I want to put in a larger refrigerator later, it's a pain in the butt. But this way, if I want to put in a big fridge, I just take out the little shelves that are sitting in there. So that was one design decision that went into a lot of this, that heavily influenced a lot of the things that I did. Furniture rather than built-ins. There you can see the tile area underneath the wood stove and the sink. Pretty happy with the wood stove. Long term, if I was actually living in this, I probably wouldn't, keep this. I ran some wire through the wall, some heavy duty wire for 220s, and it comes out into you can just see it right there. There's a cover on it, but it goes through to a electrical box, and I had thought that when I get sick of the wood stove, I would put an actual electric range in there, in that spot, and then use the piping for the chimney, the stovepipe. That's the word. The stovepipe to hook the vent up to. Because tiny houses, I think that they would smell if you do too much cooking in them. So here's the door to the bathroom. Got that at Habitat for Humanity Restore. Refinished it. Used pocket door hardware from Home Depot, and then just didn't make the pocket. Here, showing off the little lampshade that I made for the light, and I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. It's one of those things I was stressing about for a long time. How am I going to cover this light up? But it turned out really well. Shower, sink, composting toilet. You can see there's a lot of maple trim around the in the bathroom. Single sheet of vinyl for the floor. What else? There's a big closet in here. Big closet. That's not a on-demand water heater. It's just a very small water heater. I made this big enough so I could put, if I choose to, either a washer dryer or a internal water storage. If I wanted to take this off grid, I'm obviously not going to be able to hook it up to a hose. And the plumbing's all there, and it's close to the electrical box. It'd be easy to do. And yeah, not sure why I lingered on that shot. There you can see the stairs, have a little bit of a closet in there, my sweater. I put this lamp in here just for the effect, because it makes a kind of nice night light. You can't tell so much now, but in the evening when you leave that on. Here's a special effect that I created when I was messing around with it, because I thought that the stairs look kind of like a little zoo for stuffed animals. Here I am walking up the alternating tread stairs. They're good for me. step is a little high for my daughter. I probably should have put, put one extra step in there, but yeah, it is what it is. Here's the second loft over the bathroom. I like this one better because of the headroom due to the shed dormer. And yeah, that's about it. You can see the cherry collar ties. That's about the last detail. But yeah, this is it. This is my tiny house. I'm happy with it. Don't know if I'm going to keep it or I'm going to sell it. I change my mind about every other day on that, but it's done. It's officially done. And so yeah, I just wanted to show it off.